Hey guys, Justin here and welcome back to another video of Justin on Cars. And today we have this beautiful GWM Tank 300. And even though it's such a beautiful car, does it make you smile? I think that's the big question today, because I've been very excited to drive this car, and obviously we're going to bring it to an off-road track. We're not going to do extensive off-roading, we're just going to test a few things out and have some fun with the car. But does it make you smile? Does it give you that adrenaline rush? Does it give you that smile factor when you see or drive one of these vehicles? So they start from 700,000 Rand. You get 3 different derivatives and then obviously a few models in that. So yes, you get the 2-litre turbo, then you get this 2.4 turbo diesel, and then you get a 2-litre turbo hybrid version. So there's 3 different models. Then you get a super luxury and then the ultra luxury, and you get the super luxury and the ultra luxury in both, or in all 3 of those engine derivatives. So we will touch into that a little bit later on in the video. But guys, I've had this car for almost a week now. I did do a long distance road trip on this vehicle as well. So you have to become a member to go and see that video. Remember, the first 5 members, they all get t-shirts. The next 5 members, so from 5 to 10, that will be a surprise, obviously. We've got a few members already and they're all getting their t-shirts. We will reveal that t-shirt very, very soon, hopefully in the next video. And then for the next 5 members from 5 to 10, well, you have to stick around to see what you get there. So remember to become a member. So without further ado, let's jump into the design of the GWM Tank 300. Oh yes, and this is the 2.4 turbo diesel, by the way. So like I said, they start from 700,000 Rand. This one is 740, well, yeah, 739, and then they go all the way up to 955,000 Rand. So is it worth it? Well, stick around. Now let's have a look-see. I love the design of this car. Like, honestly, people even hoot at me when they drive past this, because this really looks amazing. There's a lot of mixtures in this. This is like a Jeep or a G-Wagon. It's just so many different mixtures. The only difference is, like the bike, for instance, you can remove the roof, or with the Jeep Wrangler you can remove the roof, you can remove the doors. With this you cannot. So it's more in the G-Wagon sort of segment, if I have to say that. I love the fact that this tank badge looks insane. It doesn't say GWM, and check here guys, even the key has the tank badge. How awesome is that? Like, the attention to detail, I really love that. I love this rugged look here in front with this insane plastic bumper here in front. These LED daytime driving lights, let me quickly show you what they look like. Well, I have them switched on, but you can't really see it. Yeah, I love this design of this LED light here and your high beams at the bottom over there. Obviously a spotlight at the bottom there as well. It's just an awesome look. I don't know how to explain it. There's a few things that bother me a little bit, like this gap over here, for instance. The gap is fine, but it's a skew gap, if that makes sense. I'll show you at the back as well. And guys, yes, it's going to be dirty. I mean, it's muddy everywhere. Literally, it's been raining here. You can see the weather is a little bit haha. So yeah, it's been a little bit muddy, but you can see at the bottom here, this is the ultra luxury version. So you do get 1 tow hook over there. With your HEV or the hybrid version, you get 2 tow hooks. You also get an extra skid plate on the ultra luxury, whereas with the super luxury, you only get the 2 skid plates. So here you get 3 skid plates. You get a side step on the side here, 360 surround cam all through this vehicle. So yes, there we go. Let's just walk around this way. Even this looks pretty awesome, and they also fold in. I mean, it's also a folding mirror. You get a sunroof as well, and the roof rails at the top there. But look at this design, eh? I just love the look of this GWM Tank. Check here. People really hoot at me, guys. They really do. GWM Tank 2.4T all-wheel drive, or 4-wheel drive, because it is a 4x4. Hey? Spare wheel, full-size spare wheel. Obviously it's not a Maury biscuit, like you guys can see. And then let's quickly check the interior. Just want to see what it looks like here. Let's see at the back. I'm going to show you a few practicality things in a little while, but look at how beautiful this design is on the inside. It is very luxurious on the inside. So with your ultra luxury, you get Nappa leather. Okay, thank you very much. Just excuse the dirt, guys. Like I said, I'm here on the gravel road. You get proper Nappa leather seats, and it smells nice in here, so no synthetic leather in the ultra luxury. But look at this design on the inside, eh? How beautiful is that? Also a frameless mirror over here. You get a dash cam over there, sunroof, like I said. But this design is just phenomenal. It's very off-road, but also very luxurious. And check here, isn't this like very Mercedes? Hey, isn't this very Mercedes? Like the bike did the very same thing, very Mercedes, same year. Gotta love that though, it looks pretty cool. So I think for design and style, just because people hoot at me, I have to just give it a good rating. And not just because of that, because I also, when I see this car, it really looks awesome, especially with these all-terrain tires, which you only get on the diesel versions, hey? Otherwise, with the petrol versions and with the hybrid, you only get the highway tires, so not the all-terrain tires like these. So, I think, because I love the look of this car, like honestly, this tank looks amazing. I really love the look of it. So I think I'm going to score this a beautiful, beautiful 8 today for design and style. My money would definitely be on this if I have to compare this to the H7, looks wise, because this look fits this vehicle, hey? Check it out. Doesn't it just fit that vehicle? I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. Everything, look at these fenders. I mean, look at that. It's flipping awesome. Now let's get into the comfort and practicality of the GWM Tank 300. Starting at the boot, I love how you open this. So you can't pull it, you simply press this button here. It unlocks. Okay, well, there we go. It unlocks. And then I like the fact that it's got a hydraulic system over here. So you simply just push it like that, and it stays there. Thank goodness it stays there. Get some extra hooks over here for some groceries, extra thingies in here for I don't know what you want to put in there if you keep your kids in the boot. What's this? Oh, that's an emergency release for the trunk, a net over here. I mean, that's pretty cool. 400 liters of boot space. And guys, I'm going to show you how to push these seats flat down, because that is very cool. So you get a lot of extra boot space, because that can go flat, flat, flat down. And yeah, that really makes life a lot easier. Some netting over here. You get some hooks over there, another hook over here. I don't know what this is. It's more hooks. And then you get a 220 volt plug as well. Oh, that is awesome. So you can plug your fridge in there. And then what's at the bottom here? Okay, is that a subwoofer? That looks like a subwoofer. So yes, you get 9 speakers, but we'll get into the tech and features in a bit. What is that? What is that? Yo, GWM always surprise you with something, eh? What in the name is this? I have no idea what this is. I almost thought it's like a little gazebo or something. There's some hooks there. It shows me something here. Yeah, flip. Guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think this is? Is it a table? Is it a chair? Is it a plane? I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, okay, anyway. Let me quickly show you how you push these seats flat down. Oh yeah, and this you have to whack. There we go, now it's closed. I'm going to show you from this side. I think it'll just be a little bit easier, because then you can actually see what's happening. So you pull this little lever over here. So if you don't do that, this is how I figured it out yesterday. I wanted to load some boxes in here, and then, okay, I'm a little bit in the way. So check here. I was like, okay, so how's my box going to fit on here? That ain't going to work. And then I said, you know what? Maybe it's because there's a reason for that. So I figured out you have to pull this lever over here. I must just get a grip. Pull it. Okay, wait guys, I'm gonna get there. There we go. You flip this open. Oh, that's pretty cool. What's in here? Okay, just some I think that's probably for your fuel filter maybe. But anyway, pull this over. Check how flat that is. And you do this on both sides, and you've got this massive load bed. Absolutely, this is stunning. This is pretty cool. So then you just pop it back open again, or over again. Remember to take your safety belt out. Come on, Justin. There we go. It's much easier when you do it from that side, and then you just pop this closed like that. See, well, yes, like, this car is very high. See, if you just do it like this, pop it open, definitely much easier. I just had to struggle to be able to show you guys. I mean, the things we do to show you what cool features these cars have, eh? But let's quickly jump in here. Let me show you what's happening on the inside, and then let's see what the space feels like on the comfort side. Okay, so looking at the back here, you can see this is hard plastic over here, but they even put a stitching in there just to make it look like it is leather. But this is soft touch over here. You get ambient lighting. I think you get 24 ambient lights in the ultra luxury, and then you get, I think, 7 or 9 in the super luxury. I think it's 9 if I remember correctly. Now soft touch over here, a very solid and soft touch handle over here. I love these buttons here. It's not an automatic window, it is electric obviously, but it's not automatic, only on the driver's side, so that is one thing that will bother me a little bit. I don't know why they would do that. And then this is very, very sturdy and feels nice, like these speakers. You get 9 speakers, infinity speakers, in the GWM Tank Ultra Luxury, and then you get normal 9 speakers in your super luxury. Look at these seats. ISOFIX is a standard. You get a map holder over here, air vents at the back, and then you get USB, is it USB, 2 USB ports, so USB-C in front, and then of course extra storage space over there. But look at all the space. And then of course proper GWM style, you get a fire extinguisher, and then this is pretty funky, hey? Couldn't they just put this down there? Okay, but anyway, I guess it gives that off-road feel. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Sure guys, I'm making this car super dirty. Oh my gosh, handle just over here, and check here. Super easy to get in. Oh yes, I'm just putting mud in here. Anyway, let's close this up. That's a solid door close. Look at all this space, guys. This does feel upright a little bit though. Yeah, I think this is my only position, but I mean, okay, it's not too bad. Okay, it does go into the back. I think it's just because of this. Okay, yeah, there we go. See, it does have a little bit of a decline, so okay, that is much more comfortable, I have to say. Okay, there's a lot of space in here, guys. I mean, check my leg room, and then look at all this headroom over here. There's even headroom over here, but they still have this indent over here just for that extra headroom. And then obviously this is here for the sunroof, reading lights at the back here. That's pretty nice. Like I say, this beautiful design here. It's just a pity they have this hard plastic here, but I mean, I can't complain about that. And then of course, if I pull this down, this one has cup holders, and then a lacquer center armrest, and it's very symmetrical. Yeah, now that's very nice. Love that, guys. So let's jump into the front and see what the comfort is like in front. These seats are nice and soft, eh? Like you can feel this is a durable Nappa leather. Oh yes, and you do get cup holders in your door, of course. So 4 cup holders in total. Nice. Did I mention that these are 18-inch wheels? You get 17s on the super luxury and then 18s on your ultra luxury. Obviously also helps a lot with the comfort. And then obviously you also get your comfort entry. So as soon as or keyless entry, press it over there. Okay, well, it won't lock now because the vehicle is switched on. Now, jumping into the front. This is soft touch over here, so nice that they have the stitching over there. Look at this beautiful design on the speaker. Soft touches every single way. Obviously hard plastic here, but I mean durable plastic. Cup holder over here. 8-way adjustable seats with 4-way lumbar support. What does that button do? That's where my massage seats are. They said the car has massage seats. I could not for the life of me find it in the system. And now you press that. Can you see it moving? Can you see the seat breathing? Can you see it? There we go. Can you see it breathing? Okay, anyway, like I said, Nappa leather, these seats are very, very nice and soft, guys. The comfort is very nice in this car, like really. I'm gonna make it dirty again. And again with GWM, with their loose carpets, I don't know why they would do that, but in any case, let's jump in here. Let me show you practicality. Of course, storage space in here, storage space in there, there's storage space in there, there's wireless charging over here, there's storage space in there, and if you pull this open, there's storage space here. Move that forward, you get a cooled storage. You get a cooled and heated storage in here, and yeah, there's no storage here, unfortunately. And then if you pop that open there, let's see, nice big cubby over there, so there's storage there. So I think there's a lot of space in here. There's a lot of things, places you can put your things. The only thing I don't like is there's only one place for my one phone. So where is my passenger going to put their phone? That's my only thing in here. But other than that, steering wheel feels nice. Yeah, guys, it's just lovely. Just all the space. Look at the space. I'm sitting here in a perfect driving position. I just need to press this button. You get heated and cooled seats in the ultra luxury, not in the super luxury. Yeah, heated steering wheel in the ultra luxury. So for comfort and practicality, this car is very comfortable. Something every car should have is a sunglass holder. I do love that. And it has to have a vanity mirror with a light. Do love that. Sunroof, soft touches everywhere where I'm driving. Ew, guys, it's just over here. If I do hit my knee here, it is a bit hard, but I really hit my knee there. Yeah, I think for comfort and practicality, especially if you can push those seats so flat down, I am going to give this car a beautiful 8 on comfort and practicality, because, I mean, what more do you need, really? So now, let's jump into the tech and features. Like you could see on the side, hill descent, traction control, screen brightness, and obviously my headlight adjustment over there. And then I've got automatic headlights, automatic rain sensors, all of that. I do have a dash cam in there, a 12.3 inch screen over here. Most probably a 12.3 inch screen over here as well, because this is quite a big screen. I mean, they're both very, very big. You get flappy pedals over here. You'll see when we're driving how much I really do love that. And one thing I've noticed is it's got two functions over here that you can customize however you would like. And here we go with that badge again. Oh, it doesn't really say GWM anywhere on this vehicle except for on the carpets and on the back, but it has this badge over here. It's like the P300 has its own badge as well. Love that, GWM. Thanks for doing that. Then of course I've got my volume settings over here, everything for my phone. I can do that on touchscreen as well. Whoa, yo, the sound system is banging. And then automatic, okay. And then on this side over here, I can go through all my functions over there. So you'll see I can go through my after start, my driving info, of course. Let's quickly see. After resetting, I've driven 652 kilometers on this car, average speed of 42. 15 hours and 26 minutes I've driven in this car. Average fuel consumption of 9.4 liters per 100 kilometers. They claim about just below 8, 7.9-ish, around about there. And I'm getting 9.4, which is not bad, because this is mostly town driving. I think out of the 600 kilometers, or how much was it? Out of the 652, 240 was long distance. So 300, 400 was actually completely in town driving. So 9.4 is not bad for such a big vehicle. After starting it this morning, 9.3 liters per 100 kilometers, and I drove 36.9 kilometers in total. Then of course I can go through my radio station or my media. There's my media over there to connect my phone. Oh, that's for my phone calls. Then I get classic mode and off-road mode. So classic mode will just show you like the vehicle with its lanes, with lane change warnings and all of that, and vehicles close by, and traffic alerts and all of that, and real-time traffic information. And then if I go into off-road mode, it gives me my off-road settings, so I can see my pitch and my roll angle. I can see the angle my wheels are sitting at. So that is very nice. And obviously it also pushed it into my off-road mode over here, which we will play around with just now. So yeah, we'll get into that just now. Atmospheric pressure, altitude, that's how high I am from the ocean. My tire pressures, off-road cruise control, the tank turning. Oh, I can't wait to test that out to show you guys how that works. And then let's quickly see conquer perspective. Okay, so just my camera angles, guys. 360 surround view really looks phenomenal. Assist view. Okay, so that's literally on the side, so I can see how close I am. That's for the back wheels. For the front wheels, how close I am to any curb or anything like that. Radar alarms. Okay, let's quickly do that. I want to see if I can press. See, yeah, I can go all around the vehicle. There we go. Let's do that. Can I do it on this side? Oh yeah, why do I play around? Oh, I can even be on the top. And then, yo, I love this red, eh? Like this red orange. Oh, it looks awesome. I wonder if it's black when my car is black. I would like to know. Some physical buttons on the side here. I want to see expert. Guys, I'm going to show you that just now. So it took me a while to figure out how to get into sport mode, because there's no sport mode. I'll show you guys now. But I'm going to show you quickly how you get into sport mode. But before we do that, there's some other physical buttons over here for your climate control. 12-volt socket over there, USB, USB-C wireless charging with no air vents. So your phone does tend to become a little bit warmer on here. Okay, and then obviously your gear lever over here. You can push this into manual, like I said. Here's all your driving modes. So let's quickly go through them. So I'm in normal now. Please select 4 low. At least it tells you what to do. All of them are 4 low. Okay, we'll test that out just now. Then you get your 360 cam over here again, so you can press that. That'll show you guys just now. Automatic handbrake, rear diff lock, front diff lock, tank turn, off-road cruise control, and I cannot remember what that was. we'll have to select for high. So let's start it up and let's see what all of those things do. Oh yes guys, Apple CarPlay Android Auto. Before we get into that, I just want to show you quickly. So you get Apple CarPlay Android Auto. Let's go in here, see Apple CarPlay Android Auto, USB music. I can connect my phone via Bluetooth and all of that. I can change my display settings, personalization, so I can say, hello GWM, please open sunroof. Hey, hello GWM.
What can I do? Say that again.
Close sunroof. There we go. Okay, cancel. Driver screen displays, steering wheel settings. This is where I can set these buttons over here to do different functions. And then in vehicle, my memory seats with wireless charging. Okay, driver seat welcome, outside vehicle, door locks after power off. My mirrors, auto folding, lights, welcome lights, the time you want it to be a welcome light or the amount, find vehicle mode reminder, horn flash, both. Let's do both. Drive, all my intelligent drive start stops. So some of the driver assistances. One funny thing is your petrol super luxury is the only one that comes fully spec'd with all the advanced driving system. The super luxury in the HEV and the super luxury in the diesel don't come with like your emergency lane keeping and all of that. So it does have some of the others like 360 surround view and all of that, but there's a few options that it does not have. So yeah, you have to physically go look at the brochure to go check the spec just to make sure, because your HEV also has a different off-road mode, so that will have an intelligent off-road mode, whereas with this one it's a electronic off-road mode, so you physically have to click the buttons, whereas with the HEV it will basically, if you put it into mud and sand, it will know, okay, it needs to engage the diff lock and all of that. Here I have to choose that. So let's quickly play around again. So let's carry on with the screen quickly. Okay, so all your drive, so intelligent start stop, dynamic steering, torque control, fatigue driver reminder, park, surround view. Okay, so that's just the basic stuff. And you also obviously get heated and cooled seats, only in the ultra luxury, heated steering wheel, and then they say massage seats, but we're still going to figure that out. Oh yes, there's also some physical buttons over here with a clock over there, which is pretty cool. But let's see how this off-road system works. So I'm going to put it in four-wheel drive low. You have to put your vehicle in neutral. Oh, that's a different, did you hear that sound, guys? Okay, so we are in 4 low now. Can you see that? Now let's go into, what's that mode? Mud and sand, rock mode, mountain mode, and then pothole mode. Oh, that's perfect for Gauteng, guys. And then let's go back to normal mode. Now I want to press, let's go into four-wheel drive high. Okay. Now let's press this. So that's your snow mode. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So I have to do all of that. So if you're driving in snow, of course, then you can drive it in four-wheel drive high like a normal car, and then not drive in low drive. So that makes life a lot easier. And then of course, if I'm in low, let's go back to low. See, there's four-wheel drive low. Then I can go and choose cruise control. Please select, please release the brake. Now CCO speed. How do I choose my speed, guys? Let's see. Do I do this? Do I do this? Do I do this? Oh, there we go. Cruise control over here. So adaptive cruise control as well. So I can choose that here, but I don't want to go too fast because this thing pumps. And then look at this camera system over here, side and back. Hey? Okay. So you have to push that first before you can do that. Is it going to switch on now? So what does tank turn do? So tank turn, what basically happens, if you turn your steering wheel to the right hand side, your right rear wheel will lock, and then it will turn your car into that direction, but at a much sharper rate. So it will lock that wheel so your car can turn like this instead of going like this. So let me show you. Instead of going like that, it will do more or less that. Does that make sense to you guys? And then the diff locks obviously is when you want to lock your diff for certain situations, like if you're stuck in mud with your front wheels, you lock your front diff and you can get both wheels, and you can make sure the wheels come out, or the rear if you're stuck in the rear. We will most probably not test that out today because I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to, I'm far from home, so I don't want to test that out. So for tech and features, I'm gonna be honest, I have to really give this car a good score for tech and features. Obviously I don't have heads up display, but I think it's because of this kind of window or windscreen in front. But for tech and features, there's a lot of fun features in this car, so I'm definitely gonna have to give that an 8. Definitely. I mean, there's so many things to play with and it is so fun, and we're going to test it out just now. So have a look at this, guys. So let's test this out quickly. So I'm going to put it into my mode over there. Okay, I must release that first. Oh yeah, before we test that out, let me quickly show you how to put this car into radical mode. I forgot to show you guys that. So I have to press this button. You see that one with the flag? You press it in. Hello, you press it. Okay. I must be in neutral, and then okay, so now I can go into two-wheel drive. Okay, now it's in normal mode. I felt the shift. Okay, now let's press that. Now it's asking me to enter expert mode, so click that. See, now I can choose radical. So that's basically your sport mode. You can see I already made it killer mode, gentle comfort, light comfort and sport for your steering modes, and then traction all on, all off, or TSC, TCS and VDC off or all off. So you can choose on that. High speed off-road racing. What does that mean? Ooh, so then everything is off and now you can go and play. Okay, but let's keep it like that. Now let's test this out. So we are in neutral. We're going to go into 4 low. Okay, I'm going to put my cruise on. And I'm going to put this on. Okay, hold thumbs, guys. Let's see what happens. I'm scared. Okay, so if I turn right, that means the rear wheel will lock on the right hand side. So let's see what happens. Oh, it will help if I put it into drive, eh? Okay, let's see. Oh, I can feel it locking up. So it's almost like a donut mode. See, and then you keep it there. You just keep it there. I'm not even pressing the throttle. Now, how cool is that? That's something very different. Like, obviously, I'm not an off-road expert, so I'm getting into these things now. But yeah, I'm just a normal guy like 90% of the people out there. So this is very fun for me to test it out. I mean, how cool is that it locks that wheel and then you just make a sharp turn? I mean, this car can't turn here without that. Let me show you the turning circle without that. Makes a big difference, eh? What do you say? Okay, so with that, let's quickly have a look at the engine, and then we just have a look at some of the off-road features here. We're going to drive around and look at where we can drive, and then we're going to take this beauty out for a drive, and then obviously we will do the value for money after that. And yeah, let's see. So let's see, it should also be pulled twice. I love that orangeness, that's pretty cool. Let's see if this is going to be easy. Oh yeah, I pulled it twice, so I don't have to look for anything. I can just open it up. It has hydraulic lift. I mean, that is very nice. Oh, just look at this. Come look here, guys. Check out how cool this looks, eh? Yes, like it. This thing looks robust. Look at this massive battery. There's my hand. This is insane. So this is your 2.4 turbo diesel with 135 kilowatts and 480 newton meters of torque, mated with a 9-speed gearbox. Then you get the 2-liter turbo with 162 kilowatts and 380 newton meters of torque, mated with the 8-speed automatic gearbox. And then you get the hybrid. So that's also a 2-liter turbo, a little bit less fuel consumption, they would say, but they're all more or less kind of the same. I know the 2-liter turbo on the Haval H7, for instance, also got about 10 liters per 100 kilometers. But in any case, the HEV or the hybrid vehicle is 2-liter turbo mated with a 9-speed automatic gearbox or hybrid gearbox. That one is 255 kilowatts and 648 newton meters of torque. So yeah, quite a major difference there. I think that'll be a very fun drive. But yeah, let's go play around with it and then we take it out on the road to feel what it feels like out there.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
So driving the GWM Tank 300. So I've had this vehicle for almost a week now, 6 days, and let me tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised with this drive of this car. Like honestly, it feels like a tank and it also doesn't feel like a tank at the same time. But this is one of the vehicles that really excite you when you drive it, not just because of the thrill of power and all of that. It's because it's a tank, and the diesel sound and the off-road feel of it, you know, it doesn't feel like a bucky, even though it's got the same engine as the GWM 300 bucky. It's got the same engine, same transmission, but it definitely is a bit smoother. But you get that off-road rugged feel when you go over bumps or driving in town and you drive over a curb or whatever the case may be. It feels so like, I don't know, it's exhilarating. Like, this is really a fun car to drive. I honestly feel excited every time I have to get in, even just jumping in, because you have to hold onto your oh my gosh handle and then jump into the car. And check here on the highway, it's smooth as butter. I drove this car to Caledon the other day, and you have to become a member to see that video driving to Caledon. There's a lot of passes, like there's 2 passes that I have to drive through, and let me tell you, if I compare this to the GWM Haval H7, this definitely feels a lot more sturdier. Like, I felt more confident in this vehicle going around bends. It didn't swerve me around like this. It felt very stable, even though you still feel a bit of body roll. It's not something that really bothers you. I think because it's such an off-road vehicle, it kind of keeps the car pretty level. I mean, the suspension really works well. It's not a very bumpy ride. Yes, it does have that off-road feel to it, but it's not a massively bumpy, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna break my back ride. If you go over a pothole, for instance, it just sucks in that pothole. I love that about this thing. Like, really, this puts a big smile on my face when I drive it. The one concern that I do have is the fact that it's very difficult to find sport mode. The reason why I want sport mode is because when I stand at a standstill at the robot or traffic light and I pull away, the vehicle feels like I put my foot down and then I wait like 5 minutes and then the vehicle starts pulling away. You'll see that just now when we stop at the traffic light, because we're on the highway now, so I can't really do that now. It'll be a little bit dangerous to try that. Just do a stop go here in the middle of the highway in the fast lane. That'll be silly, but in any case, that's one of the only concerns that I have. It's very sluggish when you have to pull away. So if I have to rapidly pull away, let's say for instance me and another guy, we stand at the stop street, we get there together. Now I want to quickly take that gap because he's not driving. Then I start pulling away, and then that guy's like, ah, you know what, I'm just going to go because you're taking your time. You get what I'm saying? So that is the only concern I have there. These seats are plush. They are beautiful seats. I think with these off-road all-terrain tires, it's also very smooth. It doesn't have that knobby sound, that woo, you don't hear that. The engine noise is very good in this car. You can still hear it's a diesel, but compared to the P300 Bucky, it's definitely a lot less noisy. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss my off-ramp there. It's definitely a lot less noisy because there's insulation in here, so it keeps the cabin nice and soft. And there's a lot of room, guys. Like, it's, I don't know, it just feels good. What I was going to say is, I think with the petrol version, you get the highway tires, so you get on the road tires basically. I think that'll even be much smoother than what this is. So you have to think about it. Oh, there's another one there. Oh, it's just a beautiful car, this. But in any case, even with these tires over here, it's still a smooth ride. The other concern that I have is because of these tires, if I pump them to 2.4, when I wake up in the morning and I get into the car, it tells me that my tires are flat, and that's weird, because then it goes down to 2.1, and then as soon as I start driving a little bit, then the tires heat up and it gets some air in, so the air expands, and then whoop, I'm back to 2.4. So it really gives me the warning, says my tires are flat, I need to brake soon. Yeah. But other than that, yo guys, everything else feels amazing. Finding sport mode, or in this case, radical mode, as soon as you find it, it's really such a rapid vehicle. Like, even with the pull away, it's a little bit quicker, but it's still kind of there. But the throttle response is definitely much quicker. Manual as well. If I put my car into manual, it definitely still stays in manual, and that's something I really like about GWM. Thank you, GWM, for doing that. If you choose manual, I want to be in manual, if that makes sense. What else can I say? There's so many things in this car, like you saw now with the off-road functions and all of that. Ah, there we go, auto start, stop, and there it starts again. But you saw with the off-road functions and all of that, this is very intuitive. Like, it really is a phenomenal vehicle. Like, I honestly think this is very, very good. If I compare it to the Bike B40, for instance, that is also, it's a little bit of a bigger vehicle, a little bit more raw in terms of 4x4 driving, so you do feel that bucky sort of vibe in it, whereas with this one, it's a little bit more on the classier side. Honestly, to me, it definitely drives, I don't know, it feels like it drives better than the Haval H7. Like, it's a difficult choice between the two. It's really, but the only thing that bothers me is that throttle response. I'm trying to think of anything else, because the steering response is very quick as well. You can choose light. This is currently in comfort, and you can have the sport steering. It takes the bumps very well. I don't know. I think my arms and everything is very symmetrical. My driving position is very good because I have so many ways I can set my seat position. So I think for driving feel, I mean, this really puts a smile on my face. Like this, I feel so boss in this car. And it feels like a tank. It feels solid. So there is a little bit of lag as well in your 9-speed box. So if I put my foot down now, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait. So let's go 1, 2, 3. You see, there it kicks in, there it kicks in. It doesn't have plenty of power. I feel like it just needs a little bit more power. Nothing that software can't fix, hey guys. So that's one thing that I could say there. And the gearbox, sometimes when you pull away, you do hear that, like it's a little bit indecisive. So it does work well. In rapid, it is definitely more, or in radical, it is definitely more rapid and radical. But I think they can really work on that a little bit more. I feel that the 8-speed automatic box was a little bit smoother in the Vol H7. Yeah, so with the petrol version, you get the petrol version in this with the 8-speed box as well. That is a little bit smoother. So I would say, in general, for driving feel, the big smile, even though with the drawbacks and all of that, I think I'm going to give this a beautiful 7 out of 10 for driving feel, because there's a few things that they can still work on, but they are really almost there. And I mean, this really feels like a luxury SUV. So I think a 7 out of 10 is a fair number to go with. So now let's quickly have a look at the emergency lane keeping. So I'm going to push my vehicle to the left. Yeah, guys, I mean, GWM, check here. See, even though with the curb over here, yeah, I just had to put my hand there just in case, because it does tend to go close to the curb, because that makes me stress a little bit. But even though it goes close to the curb, it does push me back. See, there, it pushes me back. So, I mean, I have to be very confident in it, but it works very well. It keeps me nice and center, keeps me solid, so I really can't complain about that. That's definitely one thing that GWM always get right, is the advanced driving systems. They really, really get that right. Now, value for money. What do you guys think I'm going to score this with value for money? So you must keep in mind that for a little bit cheaper, you can get the bike B40 or the BJ40. I'm still confused about that part, but you can click on the link in the description below just to go to that bike. It will take you to the Arval H7 as well. There'll be a few links, but then you can go and have a look at that bike and you can make your own opinion about if this is going to be worth it for that extra 100,000 Rand at the lowest price. With this one, maybe 150 for the diesel, whereas with that is manual, but there's a few other things that you can do with that car that you can't with this, but then there's a little bit more off-road capabilities with this one. So there's plenty of different things, but for value for money with me, the materials are durable. There's some plastics in there as well, which it's not really in my way, but there are some plastics that really feel like, okay, they could have done a little bit better there, but where the soft touches need to be and the leather needs to be, they definitely are. So that really helps a lot. There's space, the comfort and practicality. So this car really did very well in just like pretty much everything. Like honestly, if it was my money, I don't want to be too biased about any, like, I mean, all these Chinese brands have a very good value for money because you get a lot for a lot less. And I know even with GWM now signing things with Westbank, there's even more things coming in the future with this specific brand. So yeah, I think with value for money, yeah, guys, it's a difficult one for me to choose because it is really such a phenomenal car. It is not badly priced. I mean, it's almost half the price of a Jeep Wrangler, for instance. And you pretty much can do everything that 90% of us do, and even more, like off-road stuff. Who even does that? I mean, it's only 10% of people in the world, most probably, so I wouldn't even know. But I think value for money, because of the comfortness, the comfort and practicality of the car, because of the looks of the car, because of how it drives, I think I am going to give it a solid 9. Yeah, so there we go, guys, a beautiful 41 out of 50. So that's a score of 82%. I mean, you just have to go out and buy one. Don't even look twice. You can still go test drive other cars. Go test drive the Arval H7, for instance. Go test drive that bike, for instance. But yeah, I think in comparison, 100,000 Rand more is going to be about a 2 grand more installment, depending on how you put the deal together. So I think my money would most probably be on this because it's a little bit more comfortable. And yeah, so I think on 82%, that is a proper smile. But any case, guys, let me know what you think, and remember to become a member so that you can also get those t-shirts. And oh yes, the next 5 members will get nice caps as well. So remember, or Justin on Cars caps, just remind you of that. So remember to like, subscribe and share, guys, and become a member today, because there's a lot of other things coming. And also, if you want to see this long distance review of this car to Caledon and back, you have to simply become a member. Have a lucky day, guys. Stay safe. I'm out of here in my GWM Tank. I'm going to go and explode a few things. Peace.